This is the new moon reading for the 18th of January 2026 near Mauna Kea in the Hawaiian Kingdom in continuity. And this is for all Earth protectors. And I want to start uh, with the intuitive side of this image. Do you see something like a cradle here, like here, or like a ship, the kind of ship we made out of paper, folding papers when we were children, and then we set it on the water? You see that? It's either a ship or a cradle. Just imagine that here was the bottom. Yeah, there you have the cradle, and it's very interesting because it is basically about endings. The ending of Capricorn, the last earth sign, the hardest, the coldest, where it's all about law and order, structures, many times rigid structures, but also about a very, very safe and fierce grounding. And there we have Mars and Mercury in conjunction just before the Sun and the Moon, of course, because it's new moon. So, but then before them too, Sun and Moon, we have Venus and Pluto already in Aquarius. And now we see where is it going to. I told you before 100,000 times, few long lives are beneficial influences where where the energy flows smoothly. This is gifts. Yeah, so the gift of the moment. And you know, new moon is when we set our intentions. What do we want to achieve and for what reason? So here we have this beautiful 120 degree angle, and it goes to Uranus, still in the first earth sign, which is Taurus. And then already before Sedna, this dwarf planet, this this mother god who sacrificed herself. It's an ocean god. Yeah, it's about female self-sacrifice. And in Gemini, the first air sign, and air is always about intellectual movement, and so here we have also very talkative mood is in Gemini, reporting, and so she's reporting to Pluto and Venus, who are very, very close together, about what it that actually this aspect of female self-sacrifice is something that we could rather sacrifice right now because we are needed alive and kicking. Yeah, but it also it takes away the fear of death because to my personal opinion, the fear of death is behind every kind of fear. Yeah, so if we are able to also sacrifice this this fear of death by just confronting it, this is something that she could tell us. So as we are at the very end of the Capricorn, uh, and Pluto already in Aquarius, where where he or she will stir up rigid, oppressive uh, structures which are now escalating. We're seeing this escalation in this tremendous multiplication of wealth in a few people's hands, and the rest of humanity more or less starving or emotionally starving, or even if you're obese, you're eating too much, you're starving emotionally, you're starving for health, you're starving for justice, and what have you. And so this is about to be shaken up. And so Mercury and Mars, right behind Sun and Moon, also in Capricorn, but they're moving much faster. Yeah, they're coming very fast after Sun and Moon venturing into Aquarius pretty soon. Uh, they are still examining these structures to see what has to go, what has to be yeah, destroyed in order to build something new out of it. You know, sometimes you demolish some buildings, but then you use the rubble, or you recycle. Yeah, you take out what is still good, the doors or windows or what have you, and you build something new out of it. Yeah. So this is what's about to happen. And now here in Hawaii, and I find it so wonderful that it's not the big island anymore, but this is really not even the Hawaiian island, but this is Hawaii, just like Oahu is Oahu and Hawaii is Hawaii and so on. We are here in Hawaii. And again, like I might digress a little bit, please never say mainland when you're talking about the US of A. The mainland of Hawaii is right here. And smack in the middle is the Mauna Kea as the highest mountain on the planet from sea level. Higher is the Mount Everest. It doesn't look very spectacular when you see it from afar. It looks like a very beautiful view. But when you look really well, you see it's like the 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 top of the mountain is way over the line of the clouds. And when you're on top, which I never was, I have only seen photos, you see over the clouds. You're really in the sky, in the heavens. So this is about the Mauna Kea here as as the center, as the center for all that needs protection in Hawaii, and which is through this special location in the very center of the Pacific, such a important point to broadcast certain truths all over the planet. And right now, it is not so much about land, you know, to whom belongs the land. That would be the second house, and it's in Taurus. It is much more about teaching and learning here. And here it is like the influence Hawaii has in society in general. That is the 11th house. The 11th house is equivalent to Aquarius. That's like the communists will call it the masses, the collective. Yeah. That here we are working together, many people around the basic values of love for the land, aloha aina, and broadcast it as a way how to treat our Earth Mother. And this can be understood everywhere. So the impact right now on sane structures, like the way agriculture has been done and now is is done again, that is a example for a lot of places on this planet. And through Uranus, which is also is the patron of all computer AI, fast communication, epiphanies, uh, being just at the end of the Earth sign, the first Earth sign, talking about the Earth, the changes of the Earth, and then we'll go into Gemini pretty soon, and then we will have much more knowledge about so many things that will be broadcasted. But right now, it's at the end of two Earth signs. The first Earth sign is the third Earth sign is right here, where the whole new moon happens, and then in this wonderful triangle to trying to Uranus and Saturn.